The amazing way Michigan Republicans leaped headfirst off a cliff this week. We got brawls, we got drunkenness, we got personal insults and threats of jail time, and yeah, we got a breakdown of the whole thing for you here. So stay to the end because this is going to get good.
You know, he was talking all about the Christian nationalists, and he was series of questions. You know, he's like, "Oh shit, I'm a Christian nationalist."
I answered your question.
Damn, what am I supposed to do with that? Right.
Oh, the brawls and the threats are coming up, but let's start with what you hear at the beginning of this video. A guy, you don't see him, who's saying, and he said, he's a Christian nationalist. And then I asked him some questions, and he said, well, I'm a Christian nationalist, and what do I do with that? This is a regular Michigan Republican Party meeting, and they're openly talking about Christian nationalism, which would overthrow our Constitution and which would make it so that we'd become a Christian Iran.
By the power invested in me. Is that what you said? By the power invested in me?
And then it gets good. A Michigan Republican Party chair, Kelly Sackett, is taken aside by a Michigan Republican Party secretary, who is Melissa Pellis. Let's go with Pellis. Pellis. Pellis is just slurring her words and starts saying to her, by the power invested in me. I'm pretty sure she's saying invested and not vested in me, which is funny in and of itself. By the power vested in me. By the power what?
Let's talk about Macomb County and all.
And she just keeps yelling at Sackett till a gentleman walks over who looks like Drew Carey and tries to separate them. Then Drew Carey says, let's go talk about McConnell Colony. I can't tell what he says. This is where you need a John Boy type guy to read lips. Anybody out there can do that? Let us know in the comments. Okay.
You're all going to jail. You're all going to go down. All of you are going down.
But it gets better because when Sackett walks away with Drew Carey, Pellis follows her and she yells at the top of her lungs, you're all going to jail. You're all going to jail. That might be something the FBI might want to ask Pellis about, because earlier in the video, Pellis said that, how many elections is this, 22 I've done for you? What's she done in those 22 elections? I'd like to know. Then Sackett, of course, lets out a Marjorie Taylor Greene like cackle, like, Mah! There is an animal that has died somewhere to give her that voice. Laughs and tells her, get the fuck out of here, which we can now say on YouTube, I believe. So now the swearing part of our program begins. Oh, and it gets worse.
By the power invested in me. By the power invested in me. By the power invested in me.
Are you an attorney?
By the power invested in me.
And then so some disembodied head says, don't drink and drive. They know they're hammered. These are the adults, theoretically, hammered, screaming at each other, threatening each other. Oh, that's yet to come. At a Michigan Republican Party meeting. They're awesome.
You are no longer a delegate? Is that what you said? By the power invested in me. You're no longer a delegate. Get your cigarette out of here.
So Sackett sits down, and then Pellis goes and follows her, and again says, by the power invested in me, I'm no longer a delegate. And she gets right in her face, to which Sackett replies, get your cigarette out of my face. Yes, Pellis is smoking a cigarette because in the Republican Party, it's 1942, and we still believe in separate but equal. There's no birth control, and child labor is optional. She's smoking a cigarette, holding her phone, and then Sackett just whacks both of them out of her hand. Ooh, are we going to have violence? What's going to happen? Let's see.
Now we got a problem.
She just fucking...
Now we got a problem. Hey, move along. Move along. You have a leave. You have to leave. Right now. This door. Right now. No, I'm...
So some dude, we haven't seen him before, starts screaming, now we've got a problem. He's drunk too. Now we have a problem. Mind you, some of these folks were January 6th, storming the Capitol, spearing, kicking, stabbing, punching, stomping on police officers and trying to destroy our Capitol and potentially hang Nancy Pelosi and Mike Pence. That wasn't a problem, but knocking a cigarette and a phone out of somebody's hand because there's a bunch of drunken Republicans from Michigan are acting like complete idiots and fighting over God knows what, that's a problem.